and welcome to Live in the Solution. I'm your astrologer and tarot card reader, Mary Trimble, and I'm here with your readings for August the 5th through August the 11th. This is the introduction. These are general readings, guys. So if you would like a personal, more tailored reading, please go to my website. There will be a link coming out here somewhere, or you can get the link through the show more section below. They are for your sun, moon and rising, so all the other links to the other videos will be below also. These readings come in 3 sections: the intro, the astrology report, and then the tarot readings. And there will be timestamps to skip the intro and the astrology if you are checking out your sun, moon and rising. I will put the intro on the front at the beginning of each video. Now listen, I must apologize to you guys. It's been a very difficult time for me, so I haven't put any videos up since my birthday, I don't think. I am going through a very challenging transit in my house of health, and so I've been taking care of some things there, and I've had to put I haven't had a lot of energy, and what energy I've had to put into that, and also trying to create income. So I've had to, although I really love doing these videos and I really wanted to, I just haven't had the energy or the time to do it. So please forgive me for that, and I really hope that you guys will like, share, comment and subscribe if you haven't already. I know I've lost quite a lot of subscribers in the last 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. So anyway, listen, a way to support this channel, apart from the liking, sharing, commenting and subscribing, is to check out my Patreon page. And I post things there that I don't post everywhere else. And the last 3 weeks, I admit I haven't done very much posting at all. I really haven't been able to. Now, I do. So check out my Patreon page. All the links to everything will be below. Now, I also have a Facebook group, and I have been managing to I do a live at 5 every other week, every 2 weeks. It's really, I try to correlate it with the new moon and the full moon, right? So every 2 weeks I do a live at 5. I'm recording this on Wednesday, this intro anyway, and that's the new moon in Leo. So I did a live video in the Facebook group. Now it's a private group or a closed group, and you can request to join that, and I do that. I also do readings, so I answer questions. When I do those live videos, I talk about how this, the new moon or a transit is affecting you, and which house and which area it's affecting you. So if you attend and you give me that, I go over the chart and we talk about it. And then I answer questions on my tarot card there. So you might want to join that. What else? Yes. I'm so glad to be back, guys. I really do appreciate you. If you are new, welcome. I hope you enjoy these readings and that you come back. And if you are returning, I really, really appreciate you. Thank you so much for being loyal and for supporting this channel. I really appreciate that. So without further ado, let's go to the astrology report, shall we? Hello and welcome to the astrology section of your reading. And the first aspect that we have is on Wednesday the 7th, and the sun is trine to Jupiter. What does that mean? It means that the sun is in a harmonious relationship with Jupiter. The sun is about creativity, it's energy. So your energy, you'll have abundant energy. Depending on where this lies in your chart, for instance, in Aries, it's about fun, it's about entertainment, and it's about spirituality and long distance travel, kind of with the family. So there's a lot going on there. It is a beautiful energy. Jupiter is the planet of abundance, bigger, better, more. So this is a lovely energy on Wednesday. Now, going into Thursday on the 8th, we then have Venus trine to Jupiter. Now, Venus is the planet of love. It's the planet of relationships. It's the planet of beauty. It's like the appreciation of art and music. And of course, Jupiter's the planet of abundance. So that also depends on where it lands and which area that you are receiving this wonderful, harmonious relationship between these two planets. How are you receiving it? Well, you might want to get a reading to find that out. And that information is below. Now, on the 11th, on Sunday, Jupiter stations direct. That means it slows down. So also that really affects this trine earlier in the week, because Jupiter's a very large planet and it's slowing all the way down. And when a planet slows down, everything, all the qualities of that planet are enhanced and amplified, if you will. So as it stations and that it comes to a stop and it gets ready to go direct, this is going to be lovely when this goes direct. However, on the same day, we have a lot going on. Sunday's a very busy day. So we have Jupiter stationing direct. It's been retrograde and it's going to go direct. And then we have Uranus stationing retrograde. So Uranus has been coming. Uranus is the planet of surprises, sudden happenings, and there's been a lot of change for people. I mean, people are going through many changes. Well, when Uranus goes retrograde, this is a time to it's a breather. It's like, okay, we need to reassess what's going on in our lives. We need to prepare, because in 5 months, Uranus will go direct again, sometime in January. I think it's January the 11th. It goes direct. So it's literally 5 months. So when this planet goes direct, during this time, we're going to look at our lives. We're going to see what needs to be changed. We're going to prepare ourselves for a change when it starts going direct again. Uranus is going to have many changes during this time. Uranus is about electricity. It's about progression. It's also about us being our unique selves. How can we be our authentic selves and be unique and be comfortable with that? What area of life do we need to make changes? Do we need to change? What about us do we need to change? These are a reflecting times for us, so we can prepare for all the changes coming again in 2020. Mercury moves into Leo on Sunday too. So this is also coming from a place of, it's been in Cancer. And Cancer is very emotional based, right? So, your thoughts have been very emotional. There's been some fear there. When Mercury moves into Leo, we have a chance to be heart-centered. We have a chance to choose a better feeling thought. Leo is all about being heart-centered. It's about being magnanimous. We are going to feel energized. Our mind will feel a little more energized. The only thing about Mercury in Leo is that we tend to see the bigger picture and not so much see the details. So we might want to be aware of that, and we might want to pay attention to the details or hone our excitement back in, because it's exciting thoughts, it's energized thoughts, big thoughts, creative thoughts. It's a wonderful creative energy. It's wonderful for writing, for the visual arts and things like that. So that's a very busy week astrologically for us all. So without further ado, let's go to your tarot card, shall we? Hello Virgo, and welcome to the tarot card section of your reading for August the 5th through August the 11th. And one last shuffle for Virgo. Okay, Virgo. What wonderful blessings, guidance and helpful information can you give Virgo for this coming week? 3 cards for Virgo, please. 3 cards for Virgo. There's 1. 2 more cards for Virgo, please. 2 more cards for Virgo. 1 more card for Virgo, please. 1 more card for Virgo. Wonderful. Oh, okay, there you go. That's it. Okay, there were 2 cards there. I'm going to let you have those 2 at the end. Okay, these are clarifying cards for Virgo. One last shuffle on screen for Virgo. Please clarify the 5 cards for Virgo. Here it is. Please clarify. Oh. And please clarify. Oh, darling. Okay. Okay, Virgo, what is going on with you? Look at all these cards. You have extra cards here. Here we are. Take a look at your cards. Your first card out is the 5 of Pentacles. Clarifying the 5 of Pentacles is the 6 of Wands. The next card out for you is the 9 of Pentacles. Clarifying the 9 of Pentacles is the 8 of Swords. Then you have the 4 of Wands right next to the Page of Swords. Then you have the 4 of Pentacles right next to the 3 of Swords. Let's go to your cards, see what's going on here. The first card out for you, Virgo, is the 5 of Pentacles. Now, the 5 of Pentacles is the deprivation card. It's when you're feeling deprived of something. Deprived of fun, deprived of love, deprived of finances, perhaps. There's some area of your life where you're feeling the deprivation. And this is a look, it's easy to get out of this, but kind of difficult, right? In a way. It's kind of discipline. When this card comes up, it's asking you to look around at what you have. So if you're in a relationship that feels loveless, look at all the love that surrounds you from other people, from your friends, from your family, from, somebody in your local shop that, or store, as they say in America, that really likes you. Just, the adoration that you feel. Look elsewhere. Instead of looking at that place of deprivation, look at what you have as opposed to what you haven't. So this is about looking at your glass half full as opposed to half empty. I'm sorry, I am sweating here because this mic is so sensitive. I can't put a fan on or anything. And it is very hot in here. I want to sing that song. It's getting hot in here. Okay, so, God, that feels good. Okay, so clarifying the 5 of Pentacles is the 6 of Wands. And this is a celebratory card. This is you being celebrated. Perhaps you're feeling unappreciated. Perhaps you're feeling unappreciated at work or in your family or by others, or feeling not taken advantage of, but taken for granted. We all feel this sometimes, right? But this is about standing your own ground. You don't have to do as much as you want, and you can give the option to someone for them to do it themselves, because you want to be celebrated and you deserve to be celebrated. The hard work that you put in, you deserve that. So this is about kind of standing up for who you are and what you do. And it's about not being a doormat. So it's not about being mean and saying, I'm not going to do that for you, or you don't deserve it. It is about asking for what you need. You know, if somebody's not showing you appreciation, then, you know, mention it. If it's somebody, you know, that's close to you, and you can say, listen, very quietly, not angry, because when there's anger and resentment behind your voice, people don't hear it. So when you're feeling it, just say, you know, that makes me feel really unappreciated, in a really, you know, feeling way, in an emotionally open way. Being honest and truthful about how, you know, when you say that, that makes me feel really unappreciated. And when you say something in a very soft and real and hurt way, then people are more likely to hear you. Instead of saying, you know, you don't appreciate me, I do this, I do that, and I do the other, and you really, you know, you're an ingrate, you know, which is what we want to say half the time when we're feeling unappreciated. And we're feeling that we're not honored for all the work and the effort that we put into, you know, for others, right? So, you know, it's about saying that. It's about telling people what you need. What do you need? Ask yourself, what do you need to feel appreciated? What would help you feel appreciated? And then you've got the 9 of Pentacles. So this is like dreams and wishes coming true, but this is like... So the 9 of Pentacles is the promissory note, if you will, right? It's if you're not feeling that, you know, the money coming in, the appreciation coming in, look for it, because it's coming. So, and it's also, I always say, don't go overboard and live on the promissory note, right? You have to wait for it to actually come in before you can outlay what you want to get. There's a deprivation here, and this can be unappreciated, but it can also be a monetary appreciation that you're not feeling. Maybe at work you're not getting paid as much as you think you should be, or you don't feel valued as much. So I'm really getting that you're not feeling valued. I'm really getting that in some way. So this could be through your work, but, you know, it could be a personal thing through your loved ones, by your loved ones. And you're in this situation where you feel totally trapped and you don't see a way out. Now, because you've got the 8 of Swords. Now, when the 8 of Swords comes in, that's an illusion that's in your head. And you do analyze everything, because, you know, your key words, Virgo, are I analyze. So you're constantly analyzing and, you know, figuring out what's wrong. And in that situation, you are trapped in your head. But if you remember that that's an illusion, you will see your way out. This is because, look, she's got a blindfold on and she almost refuses to see it. She kind of gets into the storyline. You know, I always say to my sister, you know, she's a Virgo, Kathleen, change the storyline. Stop falling over. This is, you know, it's an illusion. It's your head. It's your head's telling you this, but it's not the truth. It's not actual reality. Now, you have 2 cards on the next. You have the Four of Wands, which is a wonderful foundation. The Four of Wands is a beautiful foundation, right? And it's, you know, it could be a completed project. It could be something at work that you've worked on, something that you're proud of and that you've kind of finished. It could be an artistic project. It could be something that you have completed a phase of and you're like, oh, wow, that's beautiful. And you're proud of it. And it's a beautiful foundation. And you've got the Page of Swords right next to it. And the Page of Swords is, pages mean, they mean a couple of things, right? They're messengers. So swords are cutting, you know, and it's a sharp tongue, right? So it's like delivering a message without compassion or without thought to the other person's feeling. It's the truth. You might be telling the truth and it just slips out and you hurt somebody's feelings inadvertently. But it's also an indication that you're ready for the next phase, to move on. So you've created a foundation, a wonderful foundation, and you're ready to move on to the next phase, right? Now, clarifying those two cards are these two cards. First of all, you've got the Four of Pentacles. So you're holding on to something. And in holding on to something, you're blocking yourself. So you're probably holding on to this deprivation of feeling deprived, of underappreciated. You're not feeling appreciated. That's what I'm getting. And you're holding on to it. And by holding on to that, you're blocking your way forward. You're not going to get out of this scenario, right? Unless you kind of look at this honestly, drop it, let it go. It's not worth it. Just drop it. It's holding you back. Look, it's like, you know, he's got a coin here, 2 coins under his feet, a coin on his head. He's like not letting it go. And that's also, interestingly enough, money. It can be a deprivation from money that you're feeling. And that could be, as I said, from work, because money's energy, right? As I said, a promissory note. There is no such thing. You're not getting gold bars. You know, countries just print more money, right? It's a promissory note that you are going to get, you know, £1 or $1 worth of what you're spending it on. So this is like not wanting to spend a penny because you don't believe that your coffers are going to be replenished. So you're being kind of tight and holding tightly onto the, you know, financial reins and really worrying about it. So you think of money as energy. It's like a give and a get. You've got to let go, to release it, to get it back. And I'm not saying go crazy and silly, but, you know, do something nice for yourself. Feel luxurious, you know, even if it's a mani-pedi, whatever it is, you know, something little, something that's going to make you feel affluent and abundant in some way or another. This is what you need to do because you've got the Three of Swords, guys. The Three of Swords right next to this. If you don't kind of let this go, this is like a pain. You've got this pain, and maybe this is again the feeling underappreciated from your family or lover or, you know, work, your boss or your colleagues. There's something you're feeling unappreciated and you're holding on to that feeling and it's just causing you pain because the Three of Swords is pain, right? So it's about releasing this pain once and for all. Look, this pain is installed. It's an old pain. It's installed when we were very young. And situations and people will bring this pain to the forefront. Something can just stimulate it and it comes out full force. So this is time to let this pain go. And the only way to let this pain go is to bring it in, feel it, acknowledge it, cry it out and release it. So sometimes you have to, you know, you're going to have to address this pain. You know, it's like taking the blindfolds off. You'll be stuck, you know, if you don't release it, let it go. Tell people what you need. Tell them how you feel unappreciated in a soft and kind way, not in a cutting way. You know, that's not going to get you anywhere. But it's time to release that, because it's causing an unhealthy relationship with one or more people because of this, you know, this resurgence of this pain and this feeling deprived, feeling unappreciated in some way or another. Virgo, thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like this video, share it with friends, families, on social media. Please comment. I live for comments and feedback. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll see you next week.